That gives everybody 15 minutes if I quit talking.
Hey, Matt,
great job. Give these guys a hand.
Matt says he wasn't going to go Jesus. I am going to go Jesus on you. Guys, this was an answer to prayer for my family. When the real estate industry went down, I'm a real estate broker. This thing kept paying. Hey, we thank God for this income.
Right.
Let me tell you right now, you are in the right place at the right time.
My shoes.
Come on. We've been to the Rocky Mountains. We've been to the Smoky Mountains. We've been to Maui with our family. We've been to Vegas this year. We've been to Cabo, Mexico this year. We've been on a cruise this year. Not bad. Free.
I got to go take my daughter to New York City for 4 or 5 days to theater and all that. It was awesome.
So there's the commercial. On the other side of this, Matt talked about meeting people, getting your 2 people within an hour to 48 hours. Guys, how many people think they might have done something like this before? I'm going to let you know, no, you haven't. This is incredible. This is high tech and high touch. I've got over 100 leads this week from people all throughout the country using Team Fast Track. This is something you want to write down. The fasttracksystem.com. The fasttracksystem.com. This thing actually gives you all the ammunition you need to give you leads to post on Facebook, and Frankie's going to go up and my son's going to tell you what some of the success that he's been having. But this thing people raise their hands saying, I'm looking for another way of making money. I'm looking for another. How many people think that's pretty powerful? Do you know that you only need 12 people in this thing really to max out all the income in this thing? It's the way this thing works. And 2 people will get you paid $1,000 a week. Is that okay? The right 2 people? So that's how this thing works. Hey guys, what I'm trying to tell you is that we build this thing online and offline. When you go on the fasttracksystem.com, where's Frankie? Frankie, come on up here and tell them a couple of what's going on, a couple of testimonies of what's going on. This is my son Frank. He's been building the business. He's got his own business, Frankie Lanosa. Ricky and social media. What's going on?
Wow. What's happening, guys? Obviously something's happening. There's over 60 plus people in this house on a Monday night. You know, Tuesday? See, I don't even know what day it is. Because I don't have a job just like Matt. He asked me to go to breakfast, but I still wasn't up yet. So we'll never shut up. But yeah, guys, I got into this business about 1 year, 3 months ago. Debbie, I sat right where you were, and I sat there just like this, like, what did my mom and dad just drag me to? And I was like, what is this? At the end of the speech, Matt Curtis came up to you and he goes, Frankie, you missed 100% of the shots you'd ever take in your life. You missed 100% of them. Take a shot. He goes, what's the worst case scenario? Anybody have a job? Yeah. Jump off a bridge, jump out of bed, whatever you want to call it, J-O-B. But this is what he told me. They said, Frankie, the worst case scenario, if this doesn't work, the worst case scenario is that you end up right back at your dead end job, which was carrying ice and cutting fruit for a living. Not the most intellect in the world, a lot of common sense, guys, which is not that common these days, so I thank God for my common sense. I have a lot of common sense. Negotiated my way out of high school, told my teacher, if you don't pass me, I'm coming back. I was kind of the guy who kind of threw the parties in high school, so that was me.
Frankie, social media!
Social media, I'm getting to it, Dad. They gotta know how old I am. I know I look like I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm 22. I'm losing track. I don't even know what day it is, what year it is, whatever. I'm 22, got in 1 year, 3 months ago. Started building on social media. This is a high-tech, high-touch business. A lot of people say, Frankie, is it just person to person? No, some of my biggest meetings right now are in LA. And I met the guy from, I met this guy, Ricky. He flew in, never met him in my life. He was an outgoing guy. He's a business guy. He did a company like this before, industry. Jumped on a plane, met him on Facebook, was looking for an opportunity. Why? Because I was consistent with the content. I'm going to say that again for any of the veterans in the room. I know there's a lot of new people because I know a lot of them are in our group. But be consistent with your content. A lot of people in here post 1 Facebook post a week, 2 Facebook posts a week. If you're going to do that, just don't post. Because people watch what you do, not what you say. People watch what you do, not what you say. And your group is going to do what you do, not what you say. Reason why Carlos has people in Peru hitting him up, Brazil, everywhere, and he's flying all these places and he's putting people in the business. Does anybody ever see Carlos's videos on Facebook? Because he posts all the time. He's consistent with the content. Consistent with the content. Now I have a group, there's a group of 30 plus people in LA right now doing a meeting because I was consistent with the content and I shared information effectively. You don't need to be a great speaker to do this business, guys. Anybody in the room says, man, I can't get it. This is the thing that you don't want to think. Ready? Do I have to do what he's doing in front of the room right now? No. You gotta get the people, your new people, to where people can share information effectively. Does that make sense? Our job as professional networkers is not to sell product to people. I don't personally do this and go, buy this box from me. I don't do that. That makes sense? But yet, in the last year, I hit income levels of $2,000, $3,000 a week, $8,000 a month, $12,000 a month at 21 years old. You know, do the math on that. Averagely, $150,000 a year at my age. Why? Because I was willing to get out of my comfort zone. There's a lot of older people, a lot of younger people in the room. Some people are comfortable with social media, some people aren't comfortable with social media. I build this business from my house. I wake up when I want to wake up. No one tells me when I can go to the bathroom. No one tells me when I can eat lunch. I go on vacation with my family whenever I want, with who I want, as much as I want, whenever I want. And no one tells me otherwise. That's what this business gave me. And I sat right in a seat by myself. I was the only person in my business. And guys, your people say, I don't know how to do this business. Guy. A lot of people say, Frankie, I don't know how to do something like this. How do I do this? Guys, anything worth being good at, anything worth being good at in life, not just this business, anything worth being good at in life is worth being bad first. Anything worth being good at in life is worth being bad first, whether it's a sport, whether it's a new job, whether if you're going to become a lawyer, a real estate agent, network marketing, whatever the case may be, you got to be willing, if nothing ventured, nothing gained. Does that make sense? So what I got, guys, I put 13 people in this business. A lot of people think you need to have mass amounts of people. Mass amounts. I personally enrolled 13 people in this business. 13 people. From my 13 people, I have over 1,800, close to 1,900 people in my organization now. Not because I knew the world, it's because a lot of people in this room say, man, am I just going to sign up and then I'm going to get product and what do I do after that? Whoever invited you here, anybody who's new and whoever, we have great leaders in the room, Matt and Kim Curtis, Rob Calloway, Carlos, Danny, Debbie, Matt and Debbie, anybody, you know who your people, Ron Ritz, you know who invited you here. When you get started, what's your first name? Patrick? When Patrick decides to get started tonight, because I know you're in my group with me, the next thing I'm going to do with Patrick, you know what I'm going to do with Patrick? After this, I'm going to get his phone number. And me and Patrick are not going to meet up with a big group of people like this. What's your name? Joseph. He's in my group too. Pat and Joseph, I'm gonna meet with these guys after. So your job is with whoever you're with. It's not just to sign up and say, "Here's your product. Hope you make it." Does that make sense? That's not what we do. We're gonna bring you in the next 2 days. We're gonna show you what we do and what we say to get the type of results that we're getting. And I can say this with God watching me because I'm a Christian. I don't believe that I'm better than you. I don't believe that you're better than me. I don't believe that the guy who makes $1 million a year, I don't believe that Matt and Kim Curtis, who made over $10.5 million, is better than the guy in this room who works at a fast food restaurant. Does that make sense? I'm a Christian. God is no respecter of people. If one man or woman could do it, another man or woman could do it. But this is what it takes. If you do what I do and say what I say, you're going to get what I get 100% of the time. I did it while working a full-time job. I carried ice on my back and I cut through. Common sense. Matt and Kim Curtis got into network. They got into Monavie. How many people were in Monavie when you got in Monavie?
52,806.
52,000 in the United States alone. Ready? Here's my common sense that God gave me. You guys ready for a lot of common sense? 52,000 people in Monavie made over $10.5 million in that previous company. He got in when Monavie was 1 year old, 12 months old. You're looking at a company that's 10 months old in North America right now. 10 months old. And this company's growing faster than Monavie ever grew. Think about this. And ready for this? Any people in here numbers people? Not just a bunch of hypo, we're going to make money type of deal. Anybody numbers people? I'm a numbers guy. I don't make decisions off hype. I look at numbers. At the end of January, there was only 10,000 people actively building this business. Between Canada, the United States and Mexico. That is nothing. My family's been in the industry 20 years. If anybody in the room ever wanted to be in the beginning of something, in the beginning, people ever hear that? Wow, man, if I got in when he got in, man, where would I be? This is our chance. There's a time to walk, there's a time to jog in life, and there's a time to sprint, and there's a time to run when you see an opportunity. I'm telling you, we're the only network marketing company in the world with stem cell-derived skincare products. The only network marketing company in the world. And when you are the only company that has products that people want that they've never seen before, do you know what you make? Money. You make money. This opportunity makes sense. We're at the right time because it's brand new. It's the fastest growing in the world right now. $120 million last month alone. Do 120 million times 12. That's $1 billion company. We're scheduled to be the 12th company in network marketing history to hit $1 billion this year. And this is just getting started in North America. Just came over from Asia. Here we are. Right time, right place, because the team you're on is Team Fast Track. And with this system, there has been, any people want to make $100,000 a year? 100,000. I wanted to make 100,000. I sat right there. I wasn't making 100,000. I was making 40,000. I wanted to make $2,000 a week, $8,000 a month. The people that you're with, this team and this system has created thousands of people in the last 8 years, 8.5, 9 years, that make over $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
And over 168 people, this team has produced $1 million. 168 people made over $1 million in this industry. People who never made more than 50, 60 grand a year now made over 50 million in the previous company. That's the team you're with. There is no other team in network marketing that has produced more success than the team you're on. And we just got started with Jeunesse 3 months ago. I'm not looking for everybody. I don't know if Patrick's going to join our team. I don't know if Joseph's going to join our team. We're not looking for everybody. We're looking for a few people that see the vision, like me, Carlos, Matt, and Kim, my mom and dad, Danny, Ron, Rich. We're looking for a few people that see the vision of how new this thing is and the type of products we're bringing to market that never been seen before. And the saturation point, there's only 10, right now we're sitting around 20,000 people, 25,000 people in North America. You're within the first 1,000 people of Florida. The first 1,000. Guys, there is a lot of money to be made.
Yeah.
A lot of money to be made. And you are in one of the first, we didn't even launch yet. November 13th to the 15th is our first official convention for the Americas. They just had a convention in Singapore, right? How many people were in Singapore?
15,000.
15,000, right? You were there? 15,000 people in Singapore. They have never had a convention in America yet, and this is the fastest growing company in the second largest industry in the world, network marketing. And we have a chance to be on the ground floor. We're on the ground floor of North America. So we're in pre-launch right now. This is the beginning. We're looking for a few people that want to be first in something that's never been created yet, with people that have already been there and ran the track that you're willing to run right now. Guys, we have announcing some events. Next Thursday, anybody know people in Orlando? Orlando, know people in Orlando?
Yeah.
Stephen Gina Merritt, who made over $55 million in this industry in the last 9 years, at their house, they made $55 million at their house, multi-millionaires. The 8th, next Thursday, they're doing a home event like this at their house in Orlando. So, I mean, if anybody has some big fish out there, maybe you have some business owners, maybe you have college students, I don't care what it is, when you go to Stephen Gina Merritt's house, you're impressed. You see what I'm saying? Next Thursday, mark it on your list, the 8th. I'm driving up there, I'm packing my car, I'm staying up there for 3 days because so many people are here, obviously, are hearing about the Jeunesse opportunity and how brand new it is and that we're first to market, and first to market is usually best to market. First to market is best to market. We have something our friends and family want, they just don't know it yet. That's the mentality we have to have. We have something our friends and family want, they just don't know it yet. And I'm telling you, you guys, did you see that instantly ageless product? Did you see it? That takes away people's wrinkles in 90 seconds?
Come on.
We live in an instant gratification world. People like instant results, microwaves, fast food, cell phones. You give someone an instant result, you make money. People have never seen that product, guys. Just like Red Bull was the first company to make an energy drink. If we were first in Red Bull, we'd be what? Rich. We are first in an industry. These products have never been made before. Does that make sense? And we can make somebody's life easier in America. And Americans are lazy. I can say that because I'm an American. People like products like this, instant gratification. We're first to market. One day those products will be replicated years down the road because it takes years to get this through the FDA and all, and get all the documentation to bring this to market. Just like Red Bull was copied. But this is the question: is Red Bull still Red Bull? Yeah. Red Bull's still Red Bull. Why? Because they were first. We have a chance to be first. That's all I'm here to look for. And if you don't see the vision, don't do it. We're not looking for everybody. But if you see it like we see it and you say, Frankie, I don't want to be the guy, because I could have said, I'm a bar back at Blue Martini, big club, whatever, college student, skincare, workout supplements. You know what? I'm too cool for something like this. I'm doing promotion, going to school for real estate. You know what? Jeunesse ain't for me. 2 years down the road, this is who we don't want to be. 2 years down the road, we don't want to get a call from our family member out of state or our buddy in Orlando who says this: hey, did you hear that I got in this company called Jeunesse? And it takes away people's wrinkles in 90 seconds. I got in it when it was about 10 months old in America. And it sounds crazy. I handed one box of this stuff to my mom, and I handed one box of this stuff to my hairstylist. I handed it to my sister, and they started doing wine and cheese parties, and they started getting excited about the product because they'd never seen something like this before. Now it's 2 years later, I'm making $4,000 a week, $200,000 a year. Have you ever heard of Jeunesse? And we're sitting here like this saying this: are you kidding me? I had a chance to get in that thing when it was 10 months old. Now it's 2 years later. I would have, I could have, I should have, if I knew. I don't know about everybody in the room, but I don't live my life with would-haves, could-haves, or should-haves. This is $250 to $1,000, a bet on yourself that, guys, we don't have that many. If you have an opportunity in this business, in another business, to be first in an industry that's never been created before, please come up to me and let me know. But I don't know. Stem cells the hottest thing. We're making it happen. I need to wrap it up. I get too excited. I'm about to sign myself back up here. I'm about to walk around the neighborhood. It's happening, guys. It's blowing up. It's going to happen whether we like it or not. This is a locomotive going 90 miles an hour. It's either get on or get out of the way. This thing's happening with or without us, guys. Fill your app out. Make it happen. We're in Orlando on the 8th, Thursday. Guys, God bless you. Fill out these apps and get it to the people who brought you here. Thank you so much. We'll be here to talk.